Well, it's a very wet, muddy, pretty crisp day today actually. It's pretty cold up here, I'm not gonna lie. But it's not as cold as it was. So, we're alright. We're gonna do alright today. It's pretty muddy. I think I'm gonna get a bit stuck in the mud. So today I've come back to the medieval market field. I'm gonna try some different settings on the Deus II today. See what else we can winkle out of here. Found lots of good targets in here previously. I just want to see if there's any other settings that kind of gets a few more targets out really. Got some really hot patches I know in this field, so we're going to hit those and we'll have a look at the settings and yeah, we'll go from there. So thank you so much for everyone who subscribed. I cannot believe how many subscribers we've got in such a short amount of time. So thank you for everybody that has. If you haven't, please hit the button. That'd be absolutely brilliant. And I really, really appreciate every single subscriber that I get. Absolutely love doing this hobby. I work outside all year round for my job as a landscaper anyway, so I'm pretty used to working in the mud and the cold and the wet. Obviously, I don't find treasure. I wish I did. That'd be absolutely brilliant. Get paid to do that as well. It'd be absolutely brilliant, wouldn't it? But I don't, unfortunately. So yeah, absolutely brilliant. So let's go have a search, see what we can find. Right, so this is the settings we're going to be using today. So we're going to be using sensitive full tones. I'm not really going to change anything. This is still very, very much the default factory settings anyway. But what I have done is I've lowered the reactivity down to 1.5 to give us some really good depth. Everything else in here is exactly the same. I haven't changed anything apart from the sensitivity is now 97 instead of 90. Everything else is exactly the same. I've not changed anything apart from, yeah, as I said, reactivity and sensitivity and the tones. I've changed the tones to square instead of the standard program. So let's go see what targets we can find. Right, so first target. We got 57. I think I made a mistake today. I thought this ground would be quite soft. Well, standable, I should say. I was wrong. It's not. It's very, very sticky. Very sticky. Feels like you're carrying around a lot of weight on each foot. So I'm going to do my best. But it is going to be a struggle today, I think. Hopefully the targets will pay off in the long run. So what is this? Got a little bit of a hook on that side. Not really sure. Kind of thought it was a bit like a bracelet or something at the start, but I don't know. Odd shaped object. Strange, isn't it? I kind of thought it was maybe like a buckle or something, but I don't know. Got a bit of a bobbly bit here, so I don't know. If you know, let me know. Not a clue. Anyway, target number 1. Let's move on, see what else we can find in here. Right, here's our next one. Nice style 74 there. Not very deep either. Quite a nice target, that one. By the sound of it. Oh, that was nice and easy to find. 74. Not my best VDI normally, is it? Oh, I see something in here. It's a button. Another little button. Probably not very old, that one, from what I can see. Yeah, it looks relatively modern, that one. Not one of the old ones anyway. Not a tomback or anything. Just your usual little button. Hey, it's a button, so sign of activity. So that's always positive. Yeah, good little find. At least the sun's on our side today anyway, so any finds in this weather is great. So let's move on. next target. A nice slow 79 there. Lovely and loud. Trouble is, I'm not really used to these settings on this program, so I'm hoping I'm not missing too many targets with it, but you never really know, I suppose, do you? So it's going to take a little bit of you getting used to, because I tend to just use the other one so much. So I'm very well attuned to that one. This one is totally new. Hello, see something there. Let's see what it is. You got something. I don't know what it is. Just turn the pinpointer off. Yeah, whatever this is. It's got a sharp object on one end. Sharp point, sorry. And then it's got a hollow in the middle. Trying to figure out what that actually is made of. Doesn't look like lead. Do you know what? I don't know. That's a weird object, isn't it? I don't know what that is. Hole in the middle there. And a point on that end. So, what on earth could that be? I mean, it's actually got like a little tiny hole by the look of it through the middle. Goes through that side and that side. And then it's kind of been kind of sharpened. Weird. Not a clue. Interesting little find, isn't it? This field is absolutely full of stuff. You just never know what you're going to find in here. Just wish I knew what half of them actually were. Right, let's move on. Right, we've got a nice loud 69 here. Yeah, it's a little bit skippy on one side, but sounds pretty good otherwise. Just got to find it again, because as soon as you dig it, things move. I guess it's in that hole, I suppose. By the sound of it, it's gone a bit quieter now. As soon as I dug it, it went quiet. Yeah, it's in here. Use a dagger on that, I think. Save the spade getting muddier. There we are. What's this? Bit of lead? I think it's a bit of lead. Yeah, another little lead. Another bit of lead. Lots of lead in this field. Trouble is, they ping up as good targets, but that's all activity, so it's good. It's all good. Positive, all positive. It does get a bit on the nerves though, doesn't it? Yeah, a little bit of lead. Nothing on it though, unfortunately, but yeah, just scrap a bit of lead. So let's move on, see what else we can find in here. Hopefully not too much lead. Next target, nice loud, 75, that one. Lovely loud target. And I mean, this is a field I have been over a lot. And there's still targets in here. Lots and lots more to find. No matter how much you search it, it's still going to be something to find. Especially when it's now been turned over. And they've done it quite deep this year. So that's really good. Just wish it wasn't so muddy and wet. It's very, very wet today. If it's there or if it dropped. I think it dropped. Ah, there it is. Can't find it. Is it there? There it is. We got it. Is it a little button? I think it's a little tomback button. Maybe? Definitely a button. Definitely a button. Where has it gone? I keep dropping it. The ground's so sticky, I keep dropping everything. And my gloves are all sticky too. There's just a little button, yeah, a little pewter button. Nothing on it, unfortunately. Although it does look like this could be, there was at some point. It looks like it's got a little bit of texture on there, but nothing really. Nothing great, really. Yeah, another little button. Let's move on, add that to the collection. Well, I've moved about a metre and I've got another target. 80. I am in a little area that is quite hot for targets down this little spot, which I have gridded, but there's still targets coming out, so that's good. It's a good sign. Always a good sign. Lots and lots to find in this field. Oh, there it is. What have we got? Is that a button or is it a coin? I think we might have a coin. I don't think that's hammered. It does not look like a hammer to me. Let's just quickly take your glove off, give it a little bit of a clean with a brush. It could well be a token, actually. Maybe a copper token. It's definitely, I'm pretty sure that's not a button. Doesn't look like a button. Because it hasn't got any marks for the shank, so I'm wondering if that's maybe a token, maybe? Because this field has produced copper tokens in the past. It's pretty gone now, isn't it, though, unfortunately? Yeah, there's not really a lot on there at all, is there? Not anything you can even really see. That's pretty well gone, isn't it, that? It's a shame. Yeah, it would have been a nice little... Oops, if I don't drop it first. It would have been a nice little find, that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a copper token. It's really thin, so I'm pretty sure that's not a button. There's no shank mark on there or anything, so... Yeah. A copper token, maybe? Brilliant. Good find. Let's move on. Next target. ISL 6263. My favourite VDIs. And it's literally right there. No need for a spade on that one. Is that that? That's whatever this is. Not a clue. It actually looks like a nail. And then broken on this corner, but I have no idea. Look at that. Looks like a kind of a nail. Don't think it is actually. I don't think it's a nail, because it's got like a funny little point here. But it's pointy. It's pointy on that end. Pointy here. And it's got this weird little bit up there. I mean, it could be a nail. I have no idea. Odd little objects. It's day for odd objects. Not a clue. Normally I come in here and find some stuff that I know what it is, but today is just stuff of random, a day of random finds. Yeah, don't know. Not a clue. It's not iron, so don't know. Another weird object for the box. A very nice sounding 49. Don't really like 49, it's not really a target I like to dig, but that sounds so good. I'm not going to turn it up. A lot of stubble in that still. Somewhere here. Eventually you can find it. I think it's a button. I think that is a button. Look like a button. Yeah, definitely a button. It's a button. Don't find too many buttons in this field, but there's enough. Just wish they had patterns on. At least they looked. Okay. It does actually have quite a nice little pattern on that. Clear out a little bit. Trouble is, my gloves are so muddy too. Every time I touch it, it gets muddy again. Trying to clean it off a bit. There you go. Look at that. It's better, isn't it? Take the glove off and do it. Yeah, look at that. Got a lovely little pattern on there. That got some like a triangle, and it's got like sort of lines in there. That's really smart, that one. That is really nice. I'm happy with that. For a button. Don't often say it, but yeah, it's nice when you get ones with patterns on. That's really smart. Wow. Great little find that. Yeah, chuffed with that. Cool. More buttons like that, please. Now, as you can see, it's pretty muddy here today. Very, very claggy. We had some rain last night as well, which has really not helped. I was really, really hoping that today this field would be quite dry, but I was wrong. I was very wrong. But rather than go home after driving all the way here, sorry, got a target here as well. Nice 72. Rather than just going home, I thought, well, I'll give it a go anyway. It's harder, it's much harder today to dig, much harder to walk. Everything seems to take 10 times as long, but we're here. You've got to do it all seasons, don't you? No matter what, so I'm still here, I'm still searching. I have no idea where this has gone. It was a 72, but it's not here now. Trouble is, it sticks to everything. So if it might be on the spade, it could be on your shoe. It could be anywhere, that. Absolutely anywhere. No. Well, there was a 72, and now there's not. I think we'll move on from that. Right, got this one. Lifestyle 71. It sounded really irony when I first found it, so I wasn't going to record it, but now it's out, it sounds a hell of a lot better. So, I wanted to record it so I didn't miss it for you. So we'll see what we can find in it. See what we've got. It's in here, in there. You can see it somewhere. Somewhere in this bit. There it is. This bit? No. This bit. It's a cheeky little button. So actually it's more like a tack, actually. It's more like a tack than it is a button. I don't think that's a button. That's a little tack. Yeah, a little stud. Quite a high VDI for a little object like that, but yeah, little stud. Got a little pin underneath. Little tack. Yeah, it's quite smart. I'm amazed there's not more of these in the. Amazed there's not more of these in the field. Seeing as this so, you know, if people have buildings and things, you think there'd be nails and tacks and things like that everywhere, but I rarely find anything like that, to be fair. Maybe a few, but not many. So yeah, quite enjoy finding things like that. Especially things you don't find often is better, and you know, more enjoyable. If you keep finding things all the time, you get bored of them after a little while. So yeah, that's a nice little find, isn't it? Brilliant. Good find. Here's our next one. Bit of a skippy 81, but yeah, not sure on that one. I don't know if that's going to be like a can or something. Oh wow, yeah, that sounds horrendous. I'm pretty sure that's rubbish. Be very surprised if that wasn't rubbish. I don't know, maybe it's just a massive bit of lead. Huge chunk of lead, look. How big that one is. Massive bit. Could probably sell that. Get a bit of money back. Yeah, huge chunk of lead. Big scrappy bit. Obviously cut and used for something. It's been cut here. Yeah, lots of lead in this field. Lots and lots of lead. More on this side than the other side over there. So yeah, lots of must have been building lots of things with it, making lots of things. So yeah, quite a chunk, isn't it, that? Yeah, hell of a chunk. Right, we got a nice 67, 68 here, which is hammered territory. VDI. Let's see what we've got. Where is it? Somewhere in that hole there. Which is going to be a bit of lead in it. Oh, it's not. It is something else. I think it's a bit of a crotal bell. Yeah, it's a piece of a crotal bell, that. I don't think I've actually found a full crotal bell in this field. I have in others, but not in this one. Not many crotal bells in this one. Well, especially smashed bits anyway. Yeah, piece of crotal bell. Very broken. But it is a crotal bell. There you go. So yeah, it would have been a lot more circular than that. You can see how circular it is in there. Yeah, this would, there's only one part of it. There's going to be a lot more of it. Probably around this somewhere, but it's probably well long gone. Mostly spread about the field now. Yeah, so once upon a time, it would have been a full crotal bell. But yeah, absolutely love finding crotal bells. Sometimes there are patterns on as well. This one has nothing on at all. But the other ones that I found have got patterns on. And then you can identify the maker. Yeah. Still nice to find a piece of crotal bell, because you never know what else you're going to find, really, do you? So that's an opportunity to find a crotal bell if you found one before. May well be another one in here somewhere. So yeah, good find. Let's move on. Right, next target. Bit of an iffy 60. I think it's still worth digging though. But it is a bit of an iffy one. Yeah, it's still a bit iffy now it's out. Still not a great target. By the sound of that. Are we on the lead today? I think we're on the lead today. It's a day of lead. Ugh. Didn't seem to find so much lead when I was using the deep HC settings. Sensitive seems to be bringing out all the lead. It might just be coincidence, but I didn't find much lead when I was using the other settings, and these ones are. But it's early days, so keep going and we'll see how we fare with it. Right, nice loud target here. 67, not a budge in that at all. Absolute screamer. I'm just going to use the pinpointer first and just see if we can get an idea where it is. Yeah, oh, I can see it. There it is. I think it's a button. It's a little button. Couldn't see it from up here, but as soon as I got closer to it, I could. I was really hoping that was going to be a hammer then, but it isn't. It's a tomback button. There you go. So, I think it's 17th, 18th century, maybe. So quite old. So yeah, there you go. Little button, no shank on it apart from the little bit there that joins, but yeah, nice little pewter button. So let's keep going, see what other finds we can get while the sun's still on our side. We just had this weird object up. I have no idea what it is. Look at that. It's got a kind of a movable flat bit and then a ring. So I have no idea. Obviously it's a bit squashed. If you move it up a little bit, you can just see. And there's the loop. And then got this flat bit. I almost thought it was like a button or something at the start, and then I saw the loop and I was like, what the hell is that? So I don't know. Is it some kind of stamp maybe? Is some sort of seal matrix? I don't think so, but I don't know. So obviously, you know, it kind of makes sense, doesn't it? But I don't know. Let me know. Let me know your thoughts. I don't know. Nothing on it. You can't really see any detail on there, unfortunately. But yeah, another weird object. It's a day of weird objects. No hammered so far, but weird objects instead. So yeah, cool. Let's move on. 54. This little bit here. Hopefully it's going to be easy to find, because I struggled a little bit with the targets today because they just get stuck so much. They stick everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. No, I'm absolutely knackered. Not been here long. About an hour and a half. I'm absolutely knackered. This ground is absolutely taken out of me today. But the weekend's looking pretty wet, so I wanted to make use of the day. I think we've got a little pot mend. That's like a pot mend. Little lead pot mend. Yeah, I don't think it's a bag seal. It's definitely shaped like a pot mend. There you go, little pot mend. Nice medieval pot mend there. There's lots of these in this field. And there's lots of bag seals as well, and cloth seals. And sometimes they've got patterns on, but this one's got literally nothing on it. But yeah, nice little pot mend there. Brilliant. I wish I could imagine it back in the day what these things were used for. Obviously we don't use anything like this anymore. So I'd love to see what originally it was from. But yeah, good little find. Alright, next one. Right in that little crevice, I think. Tricky ground this. It is not easy because you have no idea where stuff is. Oh, I think I found it. A little button. Yeah, a little button. It's got little top bits though, so I think it might be like a little tack. It's not your usual button, that anyway. Maybe it's not a button. Looks a bit different actually. It looks like a button on the top, but on the bottom it's got two little points instead, which is a bit more unusual. I've not seen one like that before. So maybe it had like a loop over the back or something, maybe? I don't know. Yeah. Weird little find. Tiny little thing. I still found it in that little crevice. The dice is doing its job. Yeah. Nice little find that. Shame there's no pattern on it, it's not complete, but yeah, still good little find, so it's a good one for the box. Right, that is me all done for today. What an absolute pain that was. I tell you what, we've had so much rain. The fields are absolutely sodden. When I was on there last, we hadn't had so much rain, so the ground was sort of, it was okay underfoot. It wasn't too bad, it wasn't very clingy. There was bits of the field that you could still sort of go on. It was quite smooth, quite flat, and I didn't really struggle with it. With the amount of rain we've had over the last week, 2 weeks, that field is so sticky, it's so wet, it clings to everything. It is, yeah, that is absolute torture today. So I think I'll have to wait until it's dried out to give it a proper search again. So unfortunately the targets didn't turn up very well either, did they? So had a few nice bits out of there, but I was a bit disappointed with what we sort of found really. Should have found a lot more in that field. Seeing as the last two hunts, I've had three hammers each. A hammered on the one after that, so my silver luck has been through the roof. But didn't really find anything else either. But unfortunately, that is metal detecting for you. Some days are good, some days are bad. The good days obviously really pick you up when you have bad days. So unfortunately, that's real metal detecting for you. That is how it goes. It's all about luck, isn't it? So anyway, so thank you so much for watching, guys, and please like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. We're absolutely smashing through subscribers now. And hopefully we'll get to that 1,000 target sooner than later. And it'll be absolutely brilliant. And then maybe we can just start doing some giveaways. So I'll see you on the next dig, guys.